And driving remains dangerous all across the metro. I'll be tracking some of the worst problem spots for you this morning. Appreciate that heads up, Katie. And of course, all of this weather is having a huge impact on the roadways this morning. We're taking a live look. This is 71 Highway at I-470, the Triangle. And honestly, the Triangle has probably had the worst of all the issues we've been dealing with. The thing I want to point out to you first off, we've got a semi that's been jackknifed here, just parked, left here overnight. As you take a look, this is going to be 71 Highway southbound. You can't even make out the lanes of the road. It is just pitch white this morning, not able to see any differentiators between the lanes. I did see about 20 minutes ago, and it looks like we're about to see some right now, some plows coming through. Again, MoDOT is doing the new, all the plows going at once to try to get every lane plowed around the same time. So it looks like we're seeing that right now. Again, live on TV, this is going to be 71 Highway southbound. Want to give you the heads up. We have a lot of vehicles that have just been stuck since last night. They're not even counting these as active stalled vehicles at this point. So we're going to try to give you an overview of your traffic map. I'll give you a preview. It is going to be pretty messy when we get to it, Donna. It is 5:19 on your Sunday morning. Let's get you ready in case you have to be anywhere tomorrow. We want to urge you to stay home today if you can, because this is what our metro map looks like. It is a rainbow. Let's explain what all these colors mean. That blue, both the light and dark shades, are going to be that snow that Katie's been talking about moving into the metro, starting to cover up the ice we've been dealing with since last night. The pinks and reds are going to be areas of ice and patchy ice. We do have a couple road closures we do need to let you know about. These are total road closures. It's going to be 435 eastbound, the exit to Holmes, 435 northbound before 71 Highway. That's going to be in the Triangle. A lot of messes there. And K10 eastbound to Woodland Road. That exit is closed as well. We have a lot of stalled vehicles that have been reported since yesterday evening. So at this point, Scout's not even counting them as stalled vehicles. They're just stuck there from overnight. We'll bring you new information as we get it.
You seen problems already?
I mean, we have had a couple accidents reported. We had that jackknife semi we showed video of not too long ago. That was 71 Highway near Bannister, where I'm focusing right now. A bunch of different cameras surrounding the Triangle, because this is where we've been seeing a lot of problems since yesterday evening. I've got 3 different cameras up for you. This is I-470 near Blue Ridge as you're making your way towards the Triangle. Right now, looks like drivers have been able to pass through here no problem. The issue is we're seeing a lot of snow covering those roads like you see here. This is over in Overland Park, where roads are going to be completely snow covered. I'm going to give you the heads up. Graphics are going to be moving here and there. My traffic system's having a mind of its own this morning. But overall, we have been seeing a lot of snow covered roads where you can't make out any of the lanes here. So that's just something you're going to need to deal with. Another thing to keep in mind as we wait for my traffic system to sort of reboot here, we've been dealing with a lot of icing as well. A lot of our cameras are going to be completely ice covered. So something to keep in mind. If you can stay home today, it's a great time to do so. My best advice for you, if you do need to get out, especially as more drivers start to make their way out, if you can follow the path of the driver before you, might make traction a little bit better. Donna? It's 5:49. Let's get you prepared with your first alert traffic this morning. Of course, we are monitoring road conditions for you, and all of our roads are going to be snow covered. I pulled up cameras from all 3 areas, all 3 corners, you could say, of the metro. I-35 at Parvin Road up in the Northland, where we are snow covered, but we're looking okay. On the Kansas side of the metro, K10 at K7, we're seeing some icing over of our camera. No major problems there. Our only active accident at this point is going to be 435 at Bannister Road. That is just north of the Triangle. We'll continue to keep you posted on road conditions.
New snowfall totals for you coming up.
Okay, looking forward to that update, Katie. And we just want to update you on road conditions. We first want to urge you, if you don't have to leave home today, stay home. It's a great day to stay home, curled up inside where it's nice and warm. A lot of the issues we're seeing on the roadways may be due to issues we saw yesterday, just sort of left over. So we're taking a live look right now, 635 at High Drive, where we have a report of an accident where you see these 2 vehicles have actually slid off the road. This is the median here. This is sort of the grassy area. These are not lanes. This is the grassy median where we've got 2, potentially a third, or that might just be a smudge, vehicles involved here. You can't even see the lanes of the road right now. They're completely snow covered. That's going to be the situation in most areas of the metro where KDOT and MoDOT crews have not been able to get through. I want to turn now to News Chopper 9's Johnny Rollins, who's been monitoring conditions elsewhere. Johnny, what are you seeing?
Yeah.
Thanks, Johnny. And we do want to quickly touch on, there are several roads that are shut down because of some of these stalled vehicles accidents from yesterday. Quickly want to point out on our traffic map, you notice these different shades of blue background. Those are indicators for us of snow covering the roads. Of course, Katie, Johnny just talked about that snow is still going to be coming down, going to be covering up the roads. We've got heavy snow that's in the dark blue, just regular snow in the light blue. But either way, snow is going to be covering the roads. And we want you to know roads going to be shut down near the Triangle as well as as 435 eastbound ramp to Holmes Road. That is shut down as well. So this slick weather, we know that it shut down multiple interstates overnight. Take a look at this. This video is from shortly before midnight, I-35 in the Northland. You can see just a number of semis parked in the northbound lanes there towards the top of your screen. And shutdowns like that are exactly why you need to be prepared if you should leave your home. You need to make sure you have a shovel, windshield scraper, a flashlight, water, snacks, plus a coat and blanket. It'll all come in handy if your car breaks down or if you happen to get stuck for another reason.
To stay like this all day, at least through 6 o'clock.
Okay, and that's something that could really have an impact on the roads too. The sleet, it's a little bit helpful. The snow having extra layers a little bit helpful, but it's still going to be slick. We're taking a live look in the downtown loop right now. This is I-70 at Main Street, where we are seeing some cars out on the road. They are taking it slow, which is good to see. Right now, we're not dealing with any active accidents, which is great news. And one thing I do want to mention, just a minute ago, as Katie was giving her forecast, we did watch the streetcar ride by here because this is Main Street. Streetcar is going to be running today. They'll let us know if that changes, but every 20 minutes the streetcar will be running. So Johnny Rollins, you've been helping me keep an eye on road conditions around the metro. What are you seeing where you're focusing right now?
Sorry for the delay, Jamie, but now to you.
No, I mean, that's all great information. Katie, you take your time. We want to hear all the latest on this forecast because it is going to have a big impact on the roads. We're taking a live look right now. 71 highway at I-470. We've been monitoring a semi making its way. It looks like it was finally able to go. You can see the flashing lights, but that's all you can really see from this camera. Visibility has been a huge problem for drivers in and around the metro. And again, we've had this stalled vehicle that's been parked here. This is 71 highway southbound, just past I-470. Big problem we've been dealing with, of course, visibility. Of course, we've got some slick spots. Even though we're getting a little bit of snow, which is helping with traction, it's hard to see, Johnny. I mean, we still have so many cars left over from last night that I would just assume at this point you may run into a vehicle even if you try to pull over. Thanks, Johnny. Guess what? I do have a little bit of pavement that we are seeing. This is a live look, I-470 at Blue Ridge Boulevard. I wanted to pull up this 3-cam here just so we can see how things are looking differently in other portions of the metro. But as we were coming out of commercial break, I watched that line of MoDOT plows just coming through, all in a line here. So this is why we can see some pavement right now. It was great. We saw a bunch of cars just following in that path. That's our advice to drivers. If you do have to be out today, if there is a path in front of you that you can follow, that's a great way to get through. Again, we do anticipate harsh conditions no matter where you're driving. Kansas side of the metro, 635 past State Ave, very low visibility. Same deal, I-70 past Nolan Road. You can see the lanes here a little bit better. Of course, 470, it's because the plows just came through. Johnny, I haven't either. I've been checking, watching all of our different scout cameras. This is a live look in the downtown loop, I-70 at Main Street, where you see one lane that's clear, one lane where it's partially clear, I should say. We've, of course, seen MoDOT and KDOT crews out trying to plow some of the snow. It is still falling so quickly that even though roads have been plowed, I want to say this happened maybe about 5-10 minutes ago, it will probably be fully covered within the next 10-15 minutes. The one good news is for drivers who are making their way, this is going to be westbound on I-70 in the downtown loop. You can follow that path. I do have a quick update while we've got this camera up. Was just in touch with the streetcar folks. Brushy McBrushface went out. They have just reopened Casey streetcar service. They say it's going to be at least 20 minutes between every streetcar. They say it's, of course, going to be weather pending, Donna, so they could shut it down.
Okay, yeah, weather pending, one of the phrases of the day.
It is 9:17. We continue to stay on the air on this impact day, this alert day, I should say, just because of the impacts we are seeing on the roads and this crazy winter weather. So let's just show you what we are dealing with. I pulled up 3 different cameras around the triangle just to show you how conditions really seem to vary. I mean, only one camera are we really able to make out what's going on. We're kind of frozen over on our cameras at 71 Highway and I-470, both directions. But right now, I-470 at Blue Ridge Boulevard, you can see the pavement a little bit better. Cars are out. They seem to be making it okay, but we just want to remind you, if you are going to be out today, please just take it slow. Assume that there are going to be cars stuck near where you're driving. Curious by the time all of this snowfall is said and done, how much we end up getting here. And I do have a update for folks who maybe do have to get out today. 435 eastbound, that exit ramp to State Line Road is currently shut down, and this is why. I've been monitoring this Amazon Prime truck getting stuck. It at one point had been jackknifed. You can kind of see it is trying to make its way to the right, go up that hill to go up State Line Road, and it just keeps slipping back and forth. Hills have been a really big problem for a lot of drivers. One of our producers just made it in from work a couple minutes away, staying nearby to lessen the amount that they need to travel. She told me the hill getting here to the station, a little bit tough, a little bit dicey. She's got four-wheel drive, so she was able to make it here safely. But just if you do need to be out, please take caution, especially on those overpasses, on those hills, anything with an incline. It's going to be really slick and tough, Donna.
And I got to wonder how long it took her to make that drive from the hotel here. Did she say?
She said
a
while.
So it should have been 5 minutes. But so yeah, allow yourself time. I don't know how much they can really do. I mean,
right. And part of the issue too is we've seen the crews out there. I've been watching MoDOT and KDOT get out there and plow the roads, but the problem is, you know, people are still driving. We're seeing the wind blow the snow everywhere. So let's take a look at your traffic map right now. This blue background is an indicator for us that we are dealing with snow all around the metro. An area where we've been seeing just significant problems since last night has been by the Triangle. That's why you've got all these icons over here. I do want to give the caveat that most of these accidents are not really active anymore. They're left over from last night. But one of the things I wanted to explain, you see this purple here when it comes to our traffic flow. Those are areas where you just can't really drive. Roads are either fully closed or you're going to be crawling. It's going to make it very difficult for you to get around. I was hoping to advance to our cameras here just to show you a better look by the Triangle. But like Donna said, we're not really able to see the roads very well. We've been trying to plow, but we're going to continue to stay on top of your morning drive for you throughout the morning.
They clear the road, then the wind just blows it right back over.
And that's been the big problem, Katie, that we've been noticing. We check all of our cameras and it's like the second you see it cleared, you finally see the pavement. About 15 minutes later, it's already covered again. So I want to start with a look at our traffic map. This light blue background lets us know all of our roads are going to be snow covered. Of course, that's what we've been talking about. The purple on the traffic flow is an indicator of roads that are going to be impassable. They've either been completely shut down or we have so many accidents or stalled vehicles that it's blocking the road, making it very difficult to get around. I want to take a look at our scout cameras because the area where we've been seeing a lot of problems has been near the Triangle. And what's really interesting is visibility has really been changing just over a matter of minutes, because a couple of minutes ago during our commercial break, I was showing Katie this camera, I-470 at Blue Ridge Boulevard. You couldn't see it. Now it is stark white. You can see the snow is coming down. We got some vehicles stuck here. These cars are traveling, albeit a little bit slowly, following the path of the vehicle in front of it. Elsewhere, I-70, 470 near 71 Highway, you can just barely make out a car stuck. We've got ice on the camera. Similar story, I-49 near I-470. So if you can stay home today, great day to do so, Donna. It's 10:19. We want to thank you so much for sticking with us this morning on this extended First News Weekend edition. Want to break down what your morning drive is looking like if you do need to get out onto the roadways. Snow is covering all of our roadways and we are seeing a lot of problems. Majority of these are going to be left over from last night. The good news is we're not dealing with any active accidents this morning. All the big problems are going to be left over from yesterday. I want to focus in 635 because it's a scene that I think just really highlights how slippery the roads can be, because this is 635 at High Drive. In both directions, we've got vehicles that have slipped off the road into embankments here. This is going to be 635 southbound as you're making that exit to High Drive. This is going to be the on-ramp from High Drive to 635 northbound, where again, we've had vehicles just sliding off the road into the embankment. And this had happened late last night, early this morning, before we even had this much snow cover. So please just be cautious if you need to make it out today. And we know that the slick weather shut down multiple interstates overnight. This is a look shortly before midnight on I-35 in the Northland. You can see a number of semis parked in the southbound lanes. And what a difference about 10 hours has made, because we're already seeing significantly more snow in this area compared to this video. So shutdowns like that are why you need to be prepared if you do happen to leave your home. You should make sure if you do need to leave inside your car, you've got a shovel, a windshield scraper, a flashlight, water, snacks, plus a coat and blanket. All of this is going to come in handy if your car breaks down or perhaps you get stuck for another reason, Donna.